caught on camera a burglar breaking into this home, why the homeowners believe he wasn't acting alone, and why neighbors fear this could be part of a bigger ring.
Coming up at 6, GOP candidates make their final push for support in Iowa, where they stand right now as voters brave the bitter cold. Plus,
Hispanic voters are expected to play a key role in the upcoming presidential election. What candidates need to do to win over their votes.
People are trying to steal certain cars because of a TikTok challenge. This is what it looks like when someone tried to steal a Kia. We'll show you those videos and what car owners need to know.
The Ocean Beach Pier could be facing demolition sooner than we think. I'm Ariana Cohen, and I'll tell you more about what this sign says.
So many foods packaged in plastic, the harmful chemicals in all of this, and the impact on our health in this Earth 8 report.
And we visit San Diego's oldest tattoo parlor that's been making its mark since 1949.
It's time to stop talking about the dream, and it's time to start living the dream.
a day of service and reflection. How San Diegans are helping keep Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream of equality alive tonight. CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
Breaking news in just the last few minutes. Former President Donald Trump is the projected winner of the Iowa caucuses.
That is according to both CBS and CNN. CBS 8's Jesse Pagan has been watching the caucuses closely, the results coming in, and is here to take us through the results. Jesse?
Yeah, guys, the 2024 presidential election cycle is officially here. As we all know, the Iowa caucuses are that first election cycle, that first round of voting, and those results are starting to come in. I've got the live results right here, you guys. This is live TV, and I'm going to pull them up live for you. Former President Donald Trump coming in with 54% of the vote right now. Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley are coming in second. Right now, Haley with 19% of the vote. DeSantis also 19% of the votes. Ramaswamy far fourth with 7%. Tonight is the culmination of weeks of campaigning. I mean, even today, candidates were at town halls and dinners around Iowa, trying to make their last minute cases, trying to meet folks out there. As you can see right there in that video, folks waiting in some very, very cold temperatures to make sure that they got into those caucuses. 40 delegates are at stake here. That's what comes out of Iowa at this point. They are awarded proportionally. And of course, with former President Donald Trump in the lead, he's in place to be getting most of those at this point. We've been talking about this throughout the day. Earlier this morning, we had CBS 8 political analyst Laura Fink on with our morning team, talking about the importance of second place in here.
But it really is about who can finish second, keep the momentum in their campaign, and prove that they can gather supporters that mirror the Republican base. Iowa has devout evangelical Christians, which are a core part of the Republican primary base, proving that they can stay in this race, go toe-to-toe with Trump, and perhaps be competitive in the states to come.
And the importance of second place in the Iowa caucuses is mostly because, as every poll and most analysts expected, for former President Donald Trump to be coming in that very far ahead first place. Now, they've been polling throughout Iowa, of course, for weeks at this point as the candidates have been campaigning. Voters have been saying that immigration and economy are the most important topics, and that's mostly how they're going to be voting out of Iowa. Now, some background. The Iowa caucuses, of course, they don't have a history of consistently predicting the presidential nominee, let alone the next president, but they do represent that first litmus test of each candidate's campaign, how they're doing at the height of their campaigns and their money at this point, as the first voting event of every presidential election, which is this that happens now. Now, of course, what's up in the air is what Nikki Haley and what Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will do if they don't come in second, or if they come in third or fourth, or however it may be, or how they duke it out when it comes to that second place here. And that, of course, is up in the air. Will they continue their campaigns? Will they pause? Will they pour more money into it as they move forward? Who knows? That is very much up in the air. Now, there are a ton of delegates throughout the entire country that will be divvied out as each state does their first rounds of election and whatnot, and we will continue to monitor all of that. We'll, of course, have a lot more on the results and whatnot tonight at the 10 o'clock news and on CBS 8 News live at 11. Carlo?
The race for second place being most interesting here. Thanks, Jesse. After tonight's caucuses, all eyes turn to New Hampshire. The Granite State is next, with both parties casting votes on January 23rd in the first primaries of the election season. Those are followed by South Carolina Democrats on February 3rd. Nevada Democrats vote on February 6th, Republicans on February 8th, and then back to the South Carolina for the 24th for the Republican primary there. Michigan's primaries are February 27th. Idaho and Missouri Republicans caucus March 2nd, followed by North Dakota on March 4th. Before 14 states vote on Super Tuesday, that is also the date we're going to hear the results of the Iowa Democratic caucuses, also taking place today. Technically, those are mail-in. Marcella?
Everything just beginning. Thanks, Carlo. Jesse, as the 2024 presidential campaign ramps up tonight, we are taking a closer look at how the Hispanic vote is going to impact the upcoming election. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal reports from Barrio Logan. She talked with a Latino advocacy organization and says Hispanic voters are going to play a pivotal role.
Overall, the Hispanic population is a younger population, and the voting electorate is growing quickly. In fact, the Hispanic vote is expected to make up about 15% of all eligible voters in this next presidential election, which is a new high.
And that's the main thing, is just trying to find groceries where, you know, affordable groceries in the area. And
Rosanna Rubio is from Barrio Logan and says the economy is the #1 priority for her in this upcoming presidential election.
it's a beautiful neighborhood, and I just want to see people be able to, the people that have lived here for generations, be able to stay and afford to live.
Inflation, rising housing prices, and wages ranked #1 with Hispanic voters, according to Unidos US, the nation's largest Latino civil rights organization. Clarissa Martinez is vice president of the group's Latino Vote Initiative.
They're a growing community nationwide, and so particularly in an environment of razor-thin margins deciding many of the races we're going to be seeing in November, Latinos are going to play a decisive role in places not just like California and Texas and Florida, the places with the largest Latino population, but also in places like North Carolina, Georgia, Nevada, and certainly Arizona, which is now a very significant battleground state.
She says the candidates from both parties need to do a better job in reaching Hispanic voters.
So if you look at 2024, 1 in every 5 Latino voters will be voting in a presidential election for the first time. So that really means candidates and parties need to make sure that these voters are hearing from them, that they understand their positions, and above all, that they understand their solutions.
For North Park resident Stephen Arturo Greenlaw, this is what's important to him.
Action on climate change, immigration, also what's happening right now in Palestine.
He says he's still undecided about who he'll vote for this fall.
And Martinez points out that the presidential election isn't the only race that matters come November. She says the Latino vote here in California will play a big role in deciding the balance of power in Congress. Kelly Hessedal, CBS 8.
Thank you, Kelly. And stay with CBS 8 for the latest on this election season. We'll have any updates posted on CBS8.com. You can also follow us on social media or download the free CBS 8 app.
Security cameras catch a thief breaking into a home in Carmel Valley. That thief is still on the loose, and now neighbors fear the South American theft group is back and targeting their community.
Take a close look at this security video CBS 8 obtained. The victim is hoping someone will recognize this man and turn him in. CBS 8's Steve Price joins us live from Carmel Valley with more on why that man may be part of a bigger crime ring. Steve.
Well, Carlo and Marcelo, this happened inside this gated community, but the house that was hit actually backs up to an open space that anyone can access, including a burglar. Caught on camera, a burglar with a flashlight and gloves looking into a Carmel Valley home. He then walks around the side of the house, unbothered that a motion light comes on. And although you can't see him, you can tell from the video that he shines the light through another window.
So the guy came from that side, and he's checking if somebody is home.
AJ and his family weren't home when it happened last Saturday evening around 5:45. Check out this second video. The burglar tries a door handle, then spots the camera and actually waves to it before turning it out of the way.
To me, he looked very confident and he knew what he is doing and he was not scared at all.
The thief stacked a bunch of outdoor furniture, climbed up to a second-floor balcony, and broke the window on a door leading to the master bedroom. When AJ came home about 3 hours later, he found glass shattered all over the floor and his wife's jewelry spread across their bed, clearly picked through with the costume items left behind. This guy took his time to only take untraceable, small, valuable items.
There was my computer, my watch in that closet, which was right in the open, but he didn't take anything of that. So he was mainly looking for the jewelry.
AJ thinks the thief accessed his property from a public open space behind his backyard, which is consistent with the actions from a band of burglars that have been targeting exclusive neighborhoods across the county known as the South American Theft Group. They also stack furniture to access second floors and seem to dress similar to the guy AJ caught on camera.
We are more feared right now. We are like scared.
AJ and his neighbors are now looking at ways to increase security, and he's thankful his family didn't come home while the thief was inside.
The good thing was nobody was hurt, because it could be worse than this.
Yeah, it definitely could be worse. We did reach out to San Diego police who are investigating, though. Carlos still waiting back to hear from them on where things stand right now.
Steve, scary stuff, especially the time of day that this happened so early in the evening. Do AJ's neighbors, do they have any security cameras? We know a lot more people have those these days. And if they did, they see anything that's useful here?
So, Carlo, no security cameras except for AJ's actually caught the burglar. But what's interesting is that several neighbors in this community did catch a car that happened to enter around the same time. That car parked a couple of doors away from AJ's but was pointed in his direction. So a lot of folks here think that that was a lookout, somebody who was watching to see if AJ came home to alert the burglar, because as soon as AJ got out of the house, that car turned around and left. Police know about it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they could read the license plate, but police are looking into that as well.
It's a viral sensation, the bad kind, that won't go away. A TikTok challenge teaches people how to steal some Hyundai and Kia models in just less than a minute.
CBS 8's Anna Laurel joins us from outside the San Diego Kia dealership with details on a new security feature to prevent more thefts. Anna?
That's right, you guys. Kia is right now sending out letters to all affected drivers saying the company will install ignition protectors for free, but even that would not help the man I met today who drives a 2017 Kia Soul. He's just the brand new victim of this whole TikTok trend called the Kia Challenge.
It's going to cost me, you know, if the deductible was about $1,000, something I don't have right now.
Someone tried to steal Matthew Zaborski's Kia Soul.
They broke off the hander trying to get in.
When he walked up to his car Friday morning to go to work as a security guard, he saw glass from his shattered back window everywhere.
Then I noticed up on the steering wheel, the damage up there. So then I knew that it wasn't just a break-in to maybe get something out.
He was shocked when a friend told him about the Kia Challenge from TikTok.
You always think it's not going to happen to you. And when it does, it really, like, basically just destroys you kind of emotionally.
Back in 2021, TikTok videos started showing people how they can steal some Hyundai and Kia vehicles in seconds with just a screwdriver and a charging cord.
I would never imagine there'd be something so disgusting, so pointless. I can't believe that those videos are going around.
From 2011 to 2022, 9 million Hyundai and Kia models were sold without immobilizers. That means they don't require a key or key fob to start the engine. Thieves remove the steering column cover like they did Matthew's, then use an iPhone charger to start the engine.
So it didn't work, and they probably got afraid and just took off. Yeah. They busted this off.
Okay, they bust that off.
Then that's where the key went. So this would go right here.
How are you even able to start your car?
That's a good question. That's what I was wondering too.
After it happened, Matthew remembered he got a letter from Kia at Christmas. It tells him they'll install an ignition protector for free. But even if he had that installed, it's all a major setback for Matthew.
I love San Diego, I love the people here, but I have to work 2-3 jobs to make it here. And then this happens.
Oh, that's so unfortunate, Anna. You know, we reported back in the fall that the city of San Diego is actually suing the Kia and Hyundai automakers. Will that help Matthew at all?
It could. You know, the city attorney told us at the time that this litigation could take years, most likely will take years for any kind of resolution, but she did advise drivers to keep their receipts of any costs that they incur because one day they could be reimbursed. Kia also announced and agreed to a $200 million settlement for impacted drivers. We put a link to that. I also sent that information to Matthew, so that could be helpful to him in the coming days.
All right, hopefully he can get some of those costs recouped. Thanks so much, Anna.
All right, thanks, Anna. Still ahead on CBS 8 News Live at 6. We remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., how San Diego is honoring his message of equality.
A local landmark could soon be leaving. Details on a new warning in Ocean Beach.
It was a mild start to the week, and we had plenty of sunshine out there earlier today. We are looking at some gusty winds picking up by the middle of the week and rain chances starting this weekend. Details are ahead.
Wicked weather affecting millions tonight. What we can expect across the country in coming days.